It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, let's close out another great week of football with a Sunday night primetime matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. A date on Super Bowl Sunday awaits one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. Moore with a return. Dancing past him. He's brought down just inside the 25. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Throwing to start this game. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they're going to down it by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. They've got first down here from the 36. Milrow from the gun. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Flush down now to his left. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Milrow. Completed to his running back. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First and 10
From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-out completion that nets them a first down.
They are throwing it again. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. The Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Escapes the defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
McCarthy throwing right away. Short pass brought in. Still going inside the 35. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Motioning the tight end now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He rolls to his right. Rolls caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish off their opening drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Moore with a return. And that's going to set them off just beyond their own 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Running with Walker again. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. All set to go now from the 35.
65, 60. Broncos, 79 Broncos. Ready.
First down throw here from Milrow. Chased out to his right. Putting down the field, and he's got it. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks break the tie here in the first. So no mistake in that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Taken in by Addison, left side. And this one does not go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. They just got it away before they hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. Back to the air, McCarthy. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive. Again, McCarthy to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Taken in by Felton, left side. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Throwing on third, McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face fourth and short. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Fourth down in inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it. McCarthy to throw for it. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's a 14-7 game. More from Lumen Field in just a minute.
First down.
Now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They're working a couple yards past the line. To the ground by Nick Eamon-Wari.
That's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Hits his running back. And this one only manages the arm before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
To the air on 3rd and long. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts at the 3. He goes out of bounds on the return. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
65 catch, 65 catch. Ready. Vikings, ready.
Milrow with it on 1st. On the move, hit it right. We can run it. And Milrow goes into the slide with enough yardage there to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Trying for the deep ball. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks just need 2 snaps to steal a lead.
The receiver this good, but he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
McCarthy to throw it. Has it downfield working the left. Again, he's got room. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Moore with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Buying some time right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Positive with that effort. He didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. So 20 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Here we go. Set. 19.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. Got some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 into enemy territory. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Staying with Walker. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
He's going to run for it. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. That one gains 7. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Here we go.
Milrow from the gun. To the left, he's got a roll. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
19 Lions. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. Taken in by Williams outright. He's got his guys goes into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ready?
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Through 11. Go. Go.
From the red zone on 1st. Catch is made in close.
Oh my god, that's so disrespectful.
Just a yard away now as this sets up
Wow.
1st and goal.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
Headed out right.
Oh my god, man.
For the score. The Seahawks take the lead just before halftime.
That score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more on us because he is doing damage with his legs.
That one right down the middle.
Oh my god.
The Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Running left side by Jefferson. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down. Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Pretty obvious right there. That field goal doesn't happen without the big strike before it. But you know what I love, Kate? I love the sense of urgency. Everybody on the same page. They needed that big play to put points on the board.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. Returning it from the 4. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Cordell Flott there on the stop. Goes to the hurry up here. Third down from the gun. McCarthy. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Vikings, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down, Minnesota.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Same guy, here's Hawkinson again. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
You know, Kim, you often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Yet again, it's Jefferson. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Vikings.
They'll run here from the gun. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take the lead right away in half number 2. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings push their lead to 3.
31. Seahawks 28. Will Reichert the kickoff for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Get it.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 25. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 9.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Forced out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Seahawks grab the lead on their first series of the half.
Hey, 3 touchdown gains aren't unusual for a quarterback, but we normally see him through the air. This QB's legs have been a problem for this defense today.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. This is a heater going deep. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks take over as he records his 10th career INT.
McCarthy's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st down and goal.
On the go.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Walker now from the gun. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Ready,
At the 8-yard line.
To throw. Here's Milrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Trying to run it with Walker. They wind up with about 6 out of that play. Now we all wait and see if they want to go for it. Offense in the hurry up here.
Pass the 60. Not saying 19. 18. Pioneer. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket.
Oh.
We will not escape the rush on 4th and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
McCarthy throwing here. Finds him over the middle. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
McCarthy throwing on his 3rd and 1. He rolls to his...
Come on, man.
Pressure by Cans, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
A number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Looking to throw.
He dropped it.
Incomplete. He took their shot at extending the series, but it's going to be a new possession when we resume play.
On the double.
So after we saw 4th down last snap, now we've got 1st and goal.
Check. Hurt. Hey, smash. 70 Timberwolves. Hey.
Walker running to the right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now lead by 10. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Has this at the 6. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. First call here, coming from the shotgun. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. That's on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set. McCarthy to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Looking quickly here. First and 10. It's McCarthy. He lofts one deep, center of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down. McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here. Going on third, McCarthy. Throw left side, brought in by Hopkinson. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. There's McCarthy on 1st and 10.
Oh,
This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down. Another throw here for McCarthy. Escapes the pocket.
oh.
He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Kate, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Back to the air. McCarthy. Taken in by Addison. Left side. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That's caught. This is Addison. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up for the 1st and goal. Again, McCarthy to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. The intended target was his running back. It's 2nd and goal. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three.
Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. All right, so defensively you've seen 2 throws now. You turn both of them away. It seems fairly likely you have another one coming up here on 3rd and goal.
It does, and I think defensively, now you've really got to protect against the QB extending the play. Right after a couple incompletions, Kate, you know as a quarterback, if it's not there right away, I better be creative.
This finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
And that one won't stay in bounds, but boy, did they need it to. They won't be able to get the football back here.
Ready?
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Let's go. 19, charge. 19, top row, 18.
From the gun, Milrow. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
At the 27-yard line.
Go.
Handoff running left, Walker. Running in the red zone. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go street. 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
Here's Walker running right. And he has enough room to gain about 4. So we do get a timeout from the defense just before the 2-minute warning. So one more play before we reach that break. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Ready? 60 Vikings, 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Trying again, Walker. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Seahawks make it a 9-point advantage. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game.
Seahawks 49, Vikings 39. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
That sucks. That's good stuff.
Offense into the shotgun.
It's over, not that.
First and 10. Motion him out of the backfield left. Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Second down, McCarthy to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Vikings first down.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. It's Sutton with back-to-back catches. It's a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. We're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line.
First down. First and 10 at the 30.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of them. It's first and 10. From the red zone on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brown. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into a rush out. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Second and 10, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. The Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line.
Brings up 3rd.
Looking to throw it. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Now doesn't lead to 6. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. You've got to find a completion right there.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.
Ready.
Well designed run. Here's Milrow. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And